wanted to disappear, she would make it so that keep my name out your mouth as well. And there are no sightings of me and ba-da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? Listen, whatever. Congratulations, Kylie. Baby and mother are doing well. And Travis Scott as well. I think his name is Jacques Webster. So yeah, congratulations to them. You know, they're 20 years old. What the fuck are you gonna do? You know what, y'all? I love us for real. Okay? I love us for real. Okay? So in more bitchcraft and wigotry, otherwise known as witchcraft and bigotry, your girl Monique and your homeboy Uncle Wendell. You remember the show Parenthood with Robert Townsend and Reagan Gomez Preston? And you remember there was Faison Love played Uncle Wendell, right? Okay. Well, Uncle Wendell and Monique is still very big mad, okay? Literally and figuratively. Pop, pop, ting. They are still very upset. Now, let's start with Uncle Wendell, a.k.a. Faison Love. Now, Uncle Wendell brought his big ass to motherfucking Breakfast Club this week. Yes, oh yes. Yes, he did. And I'm over them, but whatever. So, Uncle Wendell brought his ass to the Breakfast Club this week to talk about how he feels that Dave Chappelle is not funny. That he also feels that Dave Chappelle is only famous because of white people. That he also does not understand the whole guys. Now this, I did say, this deserved a raised eyebrow on the part of, good point. He brought up the point that at the time that Dave Chappelle had done his first comedy show with Netflix, we had not seen Dave Chappelle since the Chappelle show had ended, which means it had been years. So for Netflix to give him the kind of money that they did, but yet and still only offer our girl this kind of limited amount of money doesn't make sense on their part. For the defense to be, oh, we did it because, oh, she hasn't had anything going on for a while. I think Faison Love is just big mad and big jealous. Now, he's entitled to his opinion to feel like, yo, I don't feel like Dave Chappelle is out here really like that. I understand. That's your opinion. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has them and they all stink. So it's fine, right? But I don't understand people kind of coming out and reading like this and then saying like, well, I'm just telling the truth. You're telling your truth. Your truth and the truth cannot be classified as the same thing. That's number one. Number two, sit in your truth. You know what I loved about the whole Erykah Badu and her interview with Vulture magazine and the fact that she, said what she said is that she apologized not for saying what she said, but she apologized because her intention was not to hurt anyone. However, she never apologized and said, oh, I'm going to take back what I said. Speaking of taking it back, I love us all. I love us all, y'all. Monique is still at it. Now, she was supposed to appear on one of our favorites, T.S. Madison and Kaya's Queen's Court this week. Now, a kerfuffle happened there with technical difficulties. If you are a fan of it, I'm sure you were tuned in to YouTube, or if you were following Monique, you might have been following her on Periscope because she was slotted to appear on Queen's Court this week to kind of answer to some of the questions that we're all asking in terms of Monique. Why don't you just kind of nip this in the bud and help us understand, why you feel like we need to support you in the way that we should cancel our Netflix? Never going to happen. Okay. Anyways, so due to technical difficulties, the Queen's Court did not happen this week. Kaya walked out on T.S. Madison, who was crying and just kind of pleading with Kaya to stay and pleading with Monique to kind of go on with the interview. So they have promised a later interview if possible. Monique is currently on the set on a set in Oklahoma, but she came out this week releasing some emails about Will Packer, I believe he's a producer director in Hollywood, Black, and listen, I'm just kind of over all of it. You know what I mean? I think that, like, if you want to do something in life, you can either make excuses for why they can't get done at the end of the fucking day, or you could go out there and just try to fucking hustle. One of us niggas got it easy. Okay? So I don't give a fuck if they give her $500,000, okay, or $50,000 or $5,000. I don't care what she thinks she deserves. Fight for what you deserve. But stop fucking complaining about this shit already and do something. And do something on your own. You asking us to do something to help you get what you need. Do the fuck something on your own and let it not be involving anyone else and tearing down or the revelation of some sort of inappropriateness on anybody else's part. Do something on your own other than bitch and complain. I have had a crazy week, so I'm kind of going off. But I'm just saying, do you know people who like, yo, I hate my job, whatever, I can't stand it. And they just kind of get on this, I just hate the way I look right now. I can't stand it. And that's just like kind of, but they just kind of use all kind of other excuses for why this thing that they see as an input, like as a block between them and their goal, this thing is keeping them from it. You know what I mean? This thing or this situation or this person or something else is always keeping you from it. I can't get there because I need more money. I can't get there because I don't even know what to do. Figure it out, yo. Figure it out. That's what the rest of us is doing. I look at Monique and I think to myself, if this is not a cautionary tale of someone who is blocking their own blessing, I don't know what is. And I think that that's something, I can see it because I've done it. And I think that on some level, we probably all have done it. You know what I mean? Where you make this thing a god. You know what I mean? So she gonna make this whole Netflix thing a god. She's giving it more attention about what she didn't get. I don't even know what she wants anymore. Because now this is more about, I love us all for real. Let's just say, fuck you, Will Packer, Oprah, Netflix. Let's just go on a brigade where we just hate everyone who isn't giving us what we need. I don't even know what she need anymore. Because the white noise of what she wanted in the first place is being drowned out by all of the things that are in the way of her getting what she wants. And I see this and you know what? It's funny. Let me tell y'all how good God is. I know that we're looking at somebody like Monique, and we're kind of looking at it in a very surface kind of way. Ride this magic carpet ride with me for a minute. I know that we are looking at this situation in a particular kind of way. The zeitgeist of her being Monique. So Miss Parker is asking us to, you know what I mean? Precious Mom is asking us to do her a solid. You know what I mean? You guys, I don't care what your religion or your spiritual base is or whatever. I don't believe that anything happens by accident. I also don't believe that Monique is being presented to us in this way for nothing. She doesn't realize it, but she's being used for something. She's being used to show every single last one of us what it looks like when you get in your own fucking way. And if that's not the way that you're looking at her situation and you're just looking at her for shits, giggles, laughs, and to be entertained, chances are that you're probably missing life in totality. God is showing you on a very large scale what it looks like to be in your own way and to block your own blessing, regardless of if it's a deal at Netflix, regardless of if it's the new job that you want, regardless of if it's the weight that you want to lose, regardless of whatever your situation is. You having a problem communicating with your family, God is looking at you like, yo, stop making all the things that are in your way that you deem an obstacle. Stop making those your God and making those bigger than what really the real situation is. Stop making all this white noise an excuse for why you're not getting what you need out of life in this particular situation. Take away all the reasons for why you got there. Take away all the reasons for why the money and all that shit. Listen. If you can't get the car, take the bicycle, yo. It'll get you to where you gotta go. Just do something, huh? Monique is showing us that if she just made this more about how she is, because let's not get it twisted, Monique is a bad bitch, okay? As is every one of the fuck y'all are. And even if you feel like you don't want to be, listen, to all my cisgender hetero men out there, you know, and all my non-cisgendered men and all of my gay boys that feel like my gay men that feel like, oh, I don't want to be called a bitch. But low key, when I just said that, you was like, you know what? Fuck that shit. I am a bad bitch. You are. And that has nothing to do with sexuality or level of masculinity. You are just bad. There's an opportunity for you here. You can make the thing that you think is blocking you your God. Oh, yo, I have kids. Oh, yo, I don't have the time. All right, you can make that your God. You can make whoever you lost in your life or whoever walked away from you. Listen, I've said this once to you and I'll say it again. Anyone or anything that's not in your life right now is a proven point or a proven reason for why those things are not tied to your destiny, right? So if someone did walk away, if you lost someone, it's okay. It's okay. We all do. We're not isolated in any of these spiritual human experiences. They're happening to all of us. But you cannot make those things your God. You have to make the goal and the thing that you're fighting for worth more than all the obstacles that are in your way. So listen, take Monique for cereal. You know what I mean? Because it's a really sad situation. And I know we're all laughing at it, but that shit is kind of low key. It ain't funny. It's actually sad. So you know what else is sad though? Why is Amber Rose walking around talking about how she smelled 21 Savage's drawers? She just likes to smell it when she misses him. Now, I'm going to assume, yes, I'm whispering because this is something that should be uttered with great shame. I understand loving your mate, you know, even if I don't understand, because listen, for those of you who are betrothed or in the family way of Christ and you's togethers with someone, you live together, you is unhappily matrimonized or whatever, good on ya, okay? But for a bad bitch like myself, you know, remind me to talk to you about my date last week, because I know we said we was going to get to that, so we're going to get to it. All right, calm down. Listen, all I'm saying is, that's not the kind of shit we need to know, Amber Rose. It's not. The fact that you were smelling this man's dirty drawers and, like, smelling them because, ooh, that's not cute. So I want to have a serious kind of moment with you guys for a minute. Yes, I know. Do you need a brownie break or something? You need to stop for coffee? You need to stop for, to take a shot? I mean, we could do shot skis, you know. It's afternoon somewhere on this great big planet Earth, okay? All right. So I'm sure you guys know the female hip hop artist, Saya. She was featured on the television show, and I don't know if you guys remember it or watched it. It was a television show about a bunch of upcoming female rappers, and it included like Saya, Naima Supreme, who I really love, and she's just adorable. I forgot the young lady who was working with Pharrell. Why was I about to call him Terrell? That's my nephew's name. Anyways,